Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Bluesky's breaking all the rules. We're gonna talk about that. Bluesky breaking some rules, I guess, in the EU, and it's so damn popular. According to the COO, they need to go get more servers.
Well, that could be because they went from not very many people to like a big boom in it recently.
Yeah,
I mean, we've had that happen before where we kept doing really well. All of a sudden, we had to just go. We had to up our server usage.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if it lasts. I honestly do not know if Bluesky is going to last or not. It might. It very well could, but like, it's basically all the people that miss old Twitter went over to Bluesky because but of course they wait until after the election. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like Bluesky's been around for a couple of years now, and they wait until after the election to go over when they could. If they had a problem with Musk, they could have gone over before. But I think a lot of them were actually staying on X because they're like, well, we're going to stick it to the chuds when Trump loses because the media tells us Trump's going to lose.
I just think it's funny. If you go back to the other article real quick. You remember, guys, Bluesky's the biggest thing ever. It's like, it's going to be so big. It's huge. It's like one of the biggest ever. And it says here, Bluesky isn't big enough to be considered a very large online platform, according to the European Union and the article Verge writes.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that because you have to be this high to get on the ride.
And they're not, even though they keep trying to argue they are.
You got to be this high to ride Europe. So we'll talk about that because, yeah, when you get to a certain size, you do have to have more policies in place. And the EU stuff is ridiculous. We've had to do it with some of our websites. Not that we're even remotely close to this, but just because they have all kinds of different rules and stuff over there for collecting your personal data. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about, people, again, fleeing X and maybe do a little bit of an update. Apparently, I did a video yesterday talking about Mark Hamill. He made a big deal about how he was going to leave social media for a while. And like a day later, 2 days later, he's on Bluesky again.
He can't stand it.
He can't stop. He just cannot.
And Bluesky is like, I've talked about it before in other videos. I've been over there. It is ridiculous the amount of bat shittery that is going over there. That should be a parody. We should put a little bat and call it bat shittery. There you go.
Bat shittery.
Our own social media.
So there we go. So let's we'll talk about all this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to Clownfish Minus. We actually have some signed items, a very limited supply. I've got this pulled up. I'm not even sure if we have any of the stuff in stock because I promoted it earlier, but we do have some enamel pins that the Clownfish crew have signed and some Bubbly Steves. These are the last of the version 1s of the Bubbly Steves. Geeky found some in storage. This is it, man. Like
he might already be gone at this point. Anyway, let's just go to the point. No one cares. Go to the point.
Nobody cares about your damn plushies. All right. Bluesky is breaking the rules in the EU, says The Verge, even if it's not a very large platform yet. So the European Union says Twitter alternative Bluesky violates Bluesky
I love it.
Violates the EU Digital Services Act rules around information disclosure, reports Reuters. But since Bluesky isn't big enough yet to be considered a very large online platform under the DSA, the regulator says it can't regulate Bluesky the way it does X or Threads.
They're saying Threads is even bigger.
Threads is bigger. Well, okay. Threads is part of Instagram.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think it's funny because they're all like making these articles. Oh my gosh, Bluesky is the biggest thing ever, guys. It's like getting so big. It's so huge. X needs to watch out because here comes Bluesky, even though that's like an elephant in a pissant. But according to the European Union,
it's tiny.
It's too tiny to mess with.
It's too tiny to play with. We can't play with your Bluesky.
You can't play with it when you can't find it.
Oh no! The Financial Times quoted European Commission spokesperson Thomas Rainier, who told reporters about the violation during a Monday press briefing. All platforms in the EU have a dedicated page on their website where it says how many users they have in the EU and where they are legally established. This is not the case for Bluesky as of today. This is not followed. So they're supposedly breaking the law, but they said they don't have enough users to really enforce it. He reportedly went on to say
it's the biggest thing ever.
It's the biggest thing ever. He went on to say that the Commission has asked the EU's 27 nation governments to look for any traces of Bluesky, like EU-based offices. The regulator hasn't reached out to Bluesky directly yet, the Financial Times writes. They didn't immediately reply to The Verge's request for comment. The DSA has designed the whole platform as legally responsible for content posted to them, but with fewer than 45 million users. Bluesky isn't big enough yet, so it's not even halfway there yet.
Booming signups drove it up to 15 million users, and then it was at 22.5 million users. And again, a lot of people are just going over there and they're just having accounts on multiple social media platforms. So it's not like everybody's fleeing, like they keep trying to spin it.
Yeah. So I said this person says they can't wait for EU moderation rules to take effect. Bluesky is a mess of hate speech, threats, and PDF files.
It really is. But, it doesn't count because it's their hate speech.
Yeah, that's right. It's not hate speech.
It's just the truth when it's them.
If you hate the right people, it's not hate speech, right?
Right.
If you hate the right, that's not hate speech, right? Yeah, so they're talking about regulation being questionable, and it is kind of. But that's interesting for them to come out and say, yeah, you're technically breaking the law, but you're not big enough to worry about.
That's what got me was that's the not big enough part. That's what I find the funniest part of all of it, because they keep, like I said, in lockstep. Bluesky's so big, it's so important. Suck it, Elon Musk. Haha, Bluesky's coming.
He can't find it. He can't suck it if he can't find it.
It's too tiny. But then they're saying we can't even go after them for violations yet because they're not even tall enough to ride the ride to get charged with violations.
You're not even tall enough to ride Denmark yet, Bluesky.
No offense to Denmark.
Bluesky is growing. This is coming from Business Insider. Bluesky is growing so fast, it's racing to get a hold of more servers, says its COO. This is Rose Wang, the COO of Bluesky. It's a 20-person. They only have a 20-person team? Wait. So, okay, Bluesky's user base surged to 21 million, prompting the company to race to get more servers. Okay, that is fair. Rose Wang, the COO, told Business Insider its 20-person team is in firefighting mode. Okay, there are independently owned websites that have more than 20 people working for them. That's kind of, if that's all they have, that's kind of crazy. But that also shows you that Elon Musk was correct when he went into Twitter and fired a whole bunch of people. They have way more people than
they were mad about that. There you go. Yeah, 280,000 people closed their accounts election day, but some of them could have been not related to the election. And Bluesky sat there forever. No one went to it until this, and then they all started jumping over there. But even then, people go over and then they quit because they're like, this place is insane compared to X. Yeah. You think X is toxic? That place is worse.
Well, they clearly don't have enough people to. They had 45,000 flaggings in the first 3 hours.
But a lot of it was child stuff. But beyond that, it's just on X, at least you have both sides, and both sides are allowed to have an opinion. You don't have to agree. You can disagree, agree, whatever. But there, it's definitely one-sided. The place that people say anything that would not get you, kicked off of social media, other places, you're kicked off immediately over there.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. Once they hit that 45 million number, which they probably will. I'm going to be honest, they probably will. Maybe not right away. I think a lot of people went over there because of the election.
And I think a lot of people are going to leave again because it's nuts.
So, they're going to hit that, and they're going to have to regulate it more anyway because, you can't be like, hey, EU, we've only got 20 people working here, and we don't have anybody that's really looking into all the PDF files because we're just too busy trying to keep the thing up and running, and they're gonna be like, that's not good enough. Or it could be they could be fishing for more investors too.
I don't know.
More money.
I just thought this is funny. They said the U.S. election appears to have triggered a migration of X users to Bluesky. I think a lot of people will have both, which has been praised because of its similarity to old Twitter. Similarly, old Twitter would be, look, cute cat videos, people sharing art and sharing pictures and things like that, which they do have on there.
Yeah.
But when they say similar to old Twitter, they mean when we ran it, we were allowed to say whatever we wanted, and we kept banning people for any idea that wasn't far left. It's like that, but way worse than it was before on Twitter.
Yeah, and for some people, old Twitter for them is 2017, 2018. We're talking we joined Twitter in 2008, 2009, when it was just cute cat videos and people posting artwork and Now they always have alternate, like when Tumblr was burning down, they had Pillow Fort.
Oh yes, I remember Pillow
And
Fort.
that just never really went anywhere. They had another Twitter alternative at one point in time. It's called Ello, and that never went anywhere. So I don't know. I remember Mastodon was where everybody was going. Remember Mastodon? Now nobody talks about it.
Well,
So-
I like this part here. They're talking about they're saying about everybody's leaving because of the hate speech and stuff that's on X. This is what someone posted. I found this summed up the Bluesky pretty well. Just to be clear, I'm not part of the tolerant left. I'm part of the eat shit and die, you treasonous assholes left. That's the non-toxic.
Yeah.
Some of the non-toxic stuff. They have a whole bunch of conspiracy theorists that anybody doesn't agree with them as a cult. They have, all kinds of stuff like that over there. And they're like, but it's where the hate speech is as Twitter only, X only.
They are mentioning the situation with Jack Dorsey, though.
Yeah.
They said, launched a beta version last year, and users could only join with an invite code until February, which I did, and then I forgot it existed. Dorsey exited the board of directors in May as it shifted towards a corporate structure and told Wired that it was literally repeating all the mistakes that Twitter made.
Because it's the same people.
But that's
probably
what people want. That's what these people want. They want to pretend that they still have Twitter, so they're going to go over there. And I don't know. It might.
Wait. I was Twitter's head of content strategy. What, before you got fired?
Yeah.
This guy is the editor of Threads. Be the new Twitter. As people leave X, let me guess. This guy was one of the ones that got fired.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy right here is Gordon McMillan. So he has concerns. Yeah, he got shit canned.
We don't know that. I'm guessing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, it just seems like the type of thing someone who was mad about it would do. But I don't know for sure that's what happened. I'm saying that's my guess.
So they had to open it up to everybody because apparently it was like a hot exclusive club to be.
It wasn't a hot exclusive club.
It wasn't.
Nobody was in there until they opened it up to everyone.
It really wasn't that hard. I don't even know how I got the invite code. I didn't get it from somebody on there. I think I just applied for it, and after like 2 weeks they sent me a code. And I think they were trying to mitigate like how many new signups they would have. And if they have a very small team, it's probably why. But that is not a glowing endorsement to have Jack Dorsey be like, after a year or two, be like, yeah, it's literally just turning into Twitter all over again. And that's a huge mistake. Yeah. Like, I am not going to bring another Twitter into this world. But she said that they want to have new features like moderation.
No. That wasn't a feature.
They're placing efforts on moderation. Well, here's the thing. They're going to be so busy firefighting and trying to moderate this dumpster fire that they're not going to have any manpower to do anything new with it. It's basically just keep the infrastructure up. But people want to be Twitter 2017. That's literally all Twitter 2017 was posts. And you couldn't do all the stuff you can do with X now. So they wish they had the resources to go build those features. The team is focused on, let's make sure that one, the website stays online, and two, that moderation is intact, so we're responding to reports within 24 hours with global coverage, and three, that people are able to find each other and the end users having a good experience. Eventually, you're going to have to make money, though.
Wait, so we're more worried about this stuff than the end user having a good experience.
Yeah. So they said, they're going to have a paid subscription model by the end of the year. So there you go. That's going to chase a bunch of people
you're going to pay, and you're going to pay to get your blue check, their version of your blue check, and it's going to be the exact same thing all over again?
Motherfucker
you mean like that?
Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing. There's all going to go back to Twitter as soon as they have to pay for it.
Yeah, and that actually, a lot of people left Twitter when Musk came in. It wasn't even Musk coming in. It was when he started charging for features because the company was bleeding out money.
But before he came in and bought it, they were going to charge anyway. They already said they were going to start charging, and everybody was having a hissy because we covered it in videos.
Yep. So there you go, guys. It's literally going to be Twitter all over again. They're literally going to run into the same problems they're having. And good luck with that, I guess. I don't know. Are we going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.